Hey guys, it's Pat. Today in today's video, I'm going to be discussing Injustice 3 and characters I feel should be in it or would be a good fit for it. Some of these characters are a little bit biased, but it's more so either I like the character and I feel like they would be unique or interesting in the Injustice fighting style, or some of them I just genuinely think have attention at the moment, and I think just putting them in a game like that would be beneficial for both titles, such as Injustice 3 and whatever they're collabing with. The big conversation with this game at the moment is, will it be Injustice 3 or is it going to be something like Justice League Fighters or something along those lines of DC fighting game made by NetherRealm? Anything but multiverses. People's main argument for them not doing an Injustice 3 and doing a different type of game, maybe Justice League related, is because of Kevin Conroy's passing, having it be a recast of someone else. Like Roger Craig Smith would maybe feel jarring, and in that case, just reboot and do a different Justice League type of game. And that's no hate on Roger Craig Smith. He does a great young, pissed off Batman, and I just think he could do an older Batman, but if you replace Kevin Conroy, whether it's for games or animation, and it's like an older Bruce who's got Robins or even Damian, my picks would personally be Bruce Greenwood, who did Batman Under the Red Hood, or Jason O'Mara, who did the Justice League War movie and Batman vs. Robin and all those movies in that universe. Both of them make terrific Batman for older Batman. Roger Craig Smith, I want to carry the mantle. He does an amazing performance for Batman. However, strictly in this case, if it's Injustice 3, those are my picks. Getting straight into it, my number 5 pick is John Constantine. Every Injustice title has a magic user or sorcerer type character. The first game had Zatanna, the second game had Dr. Fate. This game I feel like John Constantine would be perfect because he has this cocky swagger of like Johnny Cage with like a British wizard twist on it. That trench coat is just too damn fire. I'm just picturing him jumping around, flinging magic shit at you like Dr. Fate but with more swag and ultimately funnier insults. Number 4 is Deathstroke. He's number 4 on this list because I really want to see him return instead of like Deadshot again. But he's also number 4 because he was already in a title. He was in Injustice 1. And in Injustice 2, I'm a Batman main until I die. But in Injustice 1, I don't care what you say. I'm convinced that Deathstroke was the best character in that game. The Flash is close, but Deathstroke has the most insane possibilities in that game with his combos and the way he could just fuck you up with some straight up bullshit. And I just want to take a moment to remember the fully automatic fucking sniper rifle he used to have. We cannot bring that shit back. If you do, just make it an AR. At number 3 is another Batman character, Azrael, more specifically Michael Lane. A John Paul Valley bat suit would be very sick. However, most of my knowledge of Azrael comes from Arkham, and that's the one that I know and I love. I think an Azbat suit would be beautiful, and they could leave it at that. My reasoning for number 3 spot is because I personally would love to see it. I know this probably ain't a popular opinion. It's just a random character that I really fuck with and I think would be cool for the fighting style. However, counter argument to that, he could just be a premier skin for Robin, who fights very similar in this game because it's Damian. Either way, they can make it work. Every Injustice game to date has had a Mortal Kombat character in it, and Injustice 1 had Scorpion, Injustice 2 had 2, it had Sub-Zero, and it had Raiden. So for the third one, I wouldn't go with someone like Johnny Cage. I was thinking like Liu Kang, or to switch it up, they haven't had a female, I would do like maybe Katana, just to do something different like that. Katana doesn't play like most of the females that would be in Injustice 3, so that would be cool to just have one. But for the MK character, I'll go with Liu Kang or Katana. Before I get to the last 2 on this list, I just want to say please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the support I've been gathering. You guys are genuinely amazing. I want to reach as many people as possible. So for the people that actually like the content, or the people that genuinely watch this, I appreciate you very much. Now moving on to some honorable mentions I have. I want to start with this one. I think is less likely because Invincible's getting his own fighting game, so I'm sure they might not do it. But they had Omni-Man in MK1, so you know, I can hope to see Invincible alongside some DC characters fighting. Keeping it pushing on speed round mode. My second honorable mention would be Peacemaker. The reason he's so low on my honorable mentions is just because of the fact he was already in MK1, so they probably won't bring him back around. But if we could see John Cena interacting with Batman and shit like that in the game, you got my money. My third honorable mention would be Judge Dredd. I know this was another random one. However, I believe there's a comic where it's like Dredd vs. Batman or something like that, so I know they've collabed in the past. It's possible, not very likely. Moving on. With the current and guaranteed future hype of James Gunn's universe with Superman and Peacemaker Season 2, my fourth honorable mention would be Mr. Terrific. I think he'd have a funny moveset. You can even have him float around in the chair as his special or something like that where he's shooting balls at you, sitting down on a floating throne. The possibilities are genuinely endless with him, and the fans love him. He was definitely a highlight of the Superman film. Overall, I just think this would be a cool pick, fun pick. And my final honorable mention would be Beast Boy. I think this one would be cool, representing Teen Titans. Moveset could be great. And overall, this is a character with a huge fandom. A lot of people love him. A lot of people love the Teen Titans overall. So again, getting someone to rep them would be great. And possibilities with his powers are endless with any animal he could become or whatnot. Combat-wise, there's just so much potential there. I'm genuinely shocked he wasn't in the first or second game. But moving on, finally, to my number 2 spot, is Mr. Freeze. Now, he's not too damn different from Captain Cold. He was a premier skin in Injustice 2. However, they can give Batman a little moment with him, or just someone a moment with him, just like Flash had a moment with Captain Cold in the previous game. But it's just cool because then we'll get different dialogue and we can get more deep Mr. Freeze dialogue, and even a campaign cameo where it has something to do with Nora or just some bullshit that gives us Mr. Freeze screen time. And at number 1, my final pick on this list, Plastic Man. Now, I feel like his capabilities for a fighting game in this style are so crazy. I've said it about a few guys on this list, but Plastic Man's capabilities genuinely are endless, and he could swing around like Spider-Man, move fast as the Flash. Like, just how they have him move around the screen and his attacks and the way that they'll be animated could be so flashy, so sick. Just shitting on people with swag and just being charismatic and funny while doing it. If they got it right, Plastic Man is like the perfect character for a fighting game. And on top of that, he narratively makes sense to be in Injustice because not only how powerful he is, he stood up to Superman's face in the Injustice 2 comics without fear. I mean, he's Plastic Man. He literally like can't die. He can stretch insane. And overall, he's just a formidable threat. Like I said, the perfect character for a fighting game, an untapped moveset potential. I think that's a good place to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, it's Pat.